Hi everyone, welcome back to my page, Styled by Leo here again. In this video I'll be teaching you this lovely overbust corset tutorial from A to Z as always. So stick with me and let's dip right into the video.
So as you all know, I'll be starting by taking 1 inch. I'm going to take 1 inch off my pattern paper so I can have extensions if I want to. So that's done. Moving on, I'm going to be starting my measurement from this 1 inch taken. So I'm going to lay my tape and mark out all my measurements. For my yoke line, I have 6.5, on the bust 14.5, half length 17.5, and my girdle length 23 inches. So I'm going to do the same thing at the other side of my pattern paper. 6.5, 14.5, 17.5, and then the girdle length 23 inches. So I'm going to link both lines together so I can have my paper on a straight line. So the next thing I'll be doing now is my shoulder width and then my body circumference. I'm going to be marking out my shoulder width, which is 16 inches divided by 2, 8. So I have 8 inches here, and that is also going to be my armhole determinant. 8 inches armhole determinant. So I'm going to link the two together so I can be able to use it to determine my armhole curve. So from there I'll be taking off my body circumference. I have my bust 42 inches divided by 4, 10.5. I'll mark out my sewing allowance, which is additional 2 inches. I have my under bust 8.5 plus my sewing allowance. I have my half length 36 divided by 4, 9 plus the sewing allowance. I have my girdle length, which is 11.5, 46 inches plus my sewing allowance. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to link my body shape together, and I'll be doing that with the help of my French curve. Moving on, I'll be marking out my 1 inch shoulder slant. So I took out my shoulder slant, which is 1 inch. Don't forget, 1 inch shoulder slant. I hope you can all see this. So from here, I'll be dividing whatever I have left by 2. So which is 3.5. At the 3.5, I'll come in by half an inch. This is a half an inch, and that was how I was able to get my armhole curve. So from this half an inch, I'll be linking to my bust line. Can you see? Place it perfectly, and from here I'll be linking to the shoulder slant. That is how I get my armhole curve correctly. This is the basis, the general method for female high quality wear. So the next thing I'll be doing is to mark out my underbust, my dart line, which is going to be determined by my underbust divided by 8. So here I have 4 1/4. So I'll be marking the same 4 1/4 all the way through. 4 1/4 all the way through. I hope you can all see this. I'll come to the nipple point as well, and this is why I didn't mark my nipple point from the very beginning. I need it to be within my body circumference. You can see every other line is extended, while this nipple point is within my body circumference. So my nipple point is 10.5 inches. I'll be measuring from the top. This is 10.5. I did the same thing at the other side, and then I linked it together on a straight line. So that is the magic I performed here. So I'm going to measure my underbust divided by 8 here. I mark my dart line all the way from my yoke line down to my girdle length. Can we all see this? And this dart line can be gotten by dividing your underbust by 8. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to create my dart, my overbust corset dart, and I'll come to the yoke line and remove 3/4 of an inch on both sides. Don't forget 3/4 of an inch, that gives 1.5 all together. And this depends on how busty the person is, an individual is. Next thing I will be doing is to come down to my underbust and remove the same 3/4 of an inch on both sides. Can we see? Mark 3/4 here, mark 3/4 here. That gives us 1.5 inches all together. I'll come down to my girdle length and do the same thing. And then I'll be using my ruler to connect my underbust to my girdle length only. Don't forget, underbust to girdle length only. Can you all see that? While I'll be using my French curve to connect my nipple point to my yoke line. I will do the same thing, connect my underbust to my nipple point as well. On both sides. Can you all see that we are getting there already? So this is going to be our overbust curve. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to link, and don't forget all these removed allowances, we don't need them, it will be cut off. So the only way to make up for them, so that it does not affect the outcome of the dress, is to transfer all this allowance removed to the sides. You have to transfer it to the side so that it does not reduce the allowance of your body measurement, of your body form. So I'm going to mark out all of this allowance and take it to the side. This is 1.5. I'll come to the armhole, transfer the 1.5 inch. This is 1.5 inch as well. I'll transfer it here. Do the same thing here, all the way down. Can we all see that? So I'll be linking them together all over again. And then I'll be linking this to my bust line. Can you see what we have now? So this is our new body form, our new body line. So for the armhole, I'm going to be dividing my armhole by 2. Measure whatever you have at the armhole circumference. This is 12 inches divided by 2 is 6. That's 6 inches. I'm going to be removing 2 inches from it. So I'll mark out 4 inches for my shoulder slant. You notice it is at this 1/2 inches here. So this, my shoulder dart, is where I'll be linking to my yoke line. I hope you can all see this. So place your French curve like this and link the two together. Can we all see that? So another thing is to come to my yoke line at the center and then create my yoke line design. So So from this yoke line, I'll be measuring 2 inches down. Can you see? Just to give it a kind of nice design. So I'll be linking this to my new dart line. I hope you can all see that. So I link this here, I link this here. At the end of the day, this will be joining to this end. So don't link to this center, link to your new curve. So I'll be taking this extension a little bit up. I'll be extending it a little bit because of my new curve. So this 1.5 inch, this removed allowance here, I extended it, transferred it to the side. So I'll be linking my new armhole. Can we all see? So this is going to be my new armhole. I hope you can all see that. And I hope this is not confusing at all. This removed allowance here, transfer it to the side, and that is the only thing I did there. So this is our overbust corset and it is ready. Let's cut it out and see how it looks. So this is what I have. So this is what I have at the end of the day. You can see how lovely this is. So this is well formed already. So one thing I advise my students to do always is to notch the nipple point. Make sure to notch the nipple point so you know where to start your joining from, and always start your joining from the nipple point. Join from the nipple point all the way up, join from the nipple point all the way down. So this is lovely and good to go already.
Apart from this blouse design, you can also create another girdle line design with this. Just make sure all the lines are matching and then create your design curve, if it is a V or a C or whatever design you want.
And then you can also create an additional design to the side, an additional dart design, just like this. So this is what we have at the end of the day. Please make sure to practice and let me know however it turns out. If you have any question or difficulties or challenges, you can always drop them in the comment section or reach out to me in my DMs. I hope you try it out. See you in my next video. Peace out.